Good morning, giraffes. We're back here at Miss Carol's favorite zoo. All my animals have hung out on my table waiting for today because they knew that I wanted to talk to you about how zookeepers feed their animals. Well, one thing that I read about was that the zoos have big kitchens and they have a bunch of bins and refrigerators and freezers, and they keep plant pellets and leafy green vegetables and all sorts of fruits, and they pull from all these, and they sometimes will put together combinations of food. Sometimes they just give them one type, like for instance the reptiles. Sometimes what the zookeepers do is they just give them whole mice. They freeze the mice and they give them to the reptiles, and that will suffice for maybe a week or so. The big cats, they will get a bunch of beef, a big amount of beef. They eat lots of beef, and also they'll give the big cats bones, big bones to chew on. And guess what that does? That helps to keep their teeth clean. Fruits and vegetables for the monkeys, the birds. Well, they will get like a recipe of all sorts of small quantities of like seeds and nuts and fruits, and they put them together to give them the nutrients that they need. It's all very interesting. It's a lot of people cooking and mixing for a lot of animals. And they also give their animals treats. And a lot of times they do this in a fun way. So they'll like freeze little chunks of food like ketchup and mustard. I know that sounds yucky to us, but that's what the cats like. And then they'll scatter the food in their different cages, and it's kind of like a seek and find type of thing. The animals have a lot of fun looking around for the food. It keeps them healthy, it keeps them active, it keeps them interested in eating so they don't get bored. Can you imagine if you had a bowl of Cheerios for every single meal, every single day? That would be kind of boring, wouldn't it? So the zookeepers are really good about keeping the interest in the food, and sometimes the animals are picky eaters and they have to think outside of the box and find combinations of foods that the animals like. Just like you, they have likes and dislikes. So feeding animals at a zoo is a really big job. One of the zoos that I read about had 10 people working in their kitchens. 10 people to make the food for their like 2,000 animals that they have on their property. Anyway, back to being a zookeeper. It's a very important job. And we need to be thankful that we have zookeepers that are willing to help the zoos keep animals in captivity in a very healthy way so that we can learn about animals from visiting zoos. All right, my lovelies, I will talk to you in a couple of hours on our Zoom day, but that's a little insight into what happens at a zoo when they feed animals. See you later. Love you. Bye.